Welcome back to Moshiach in the Parsha. This week, I'm not going to talk about the Parsha itself, but I'm going to talk about the power of the day of this Shabbat. I want you for a moment to imagine what it looks like having the third temple built in Jerusalem, and all Jews are gathered in Israel. All of our loved ones come back to life. All nations are together in harmony and serving one God. A time of peace and no anti-Semitism, no wars, no strife, no arguments. Just the perfect life, the conditions that are going to be when Moshiach comes. If you have that vision in your mind, this is exactly what is happening on this Shabbat. The Shabbat right before the 9th of Av. This Shabbat has a very special name. It's called Shabbat Chazon. So most people will tell you the reason why it's called Shabbat Chazon, Chazon means vision, is because in the Haftorah, that is the part of the prophets we read after the 5 books of Moses, after each weekly Parsha, we have a section of the prophets we read, and it begins with, it talks about the vision of Isaiah warning us about the destruction that's going to come. So traditionally, that's why it's called the Shabbat Chazon, warning us about the destruction, about exile. But the deeper teachings of Hasidism shed a whole nother light on this Shabbat. We are actually, each one of us is receiving a vision of the third temple in heaven. It's something that truly has an impact. It may not be consciously, but subconsciously, our soul above the body actually sees the third temple, the Shabbat. There's a vision of the third temple that each one of us is experiencing that vision. There's a beautiful analogy that's given for the Shabbat from the Chassidic leader and master, Rabbi Levi Yitzchak of Barditchev. There was once a father who had a garment that was made for his son. He gave it to his son, and his child ruins it. He makes another one. And this time the child also ruins the second garment. So he crafts the third garment. But this time, he doesn't give it right away to his child. He keeps it in his closet, and from time to time, he shows this garment to his child, and he says, when you are able to behave better, when you better your ways, and you think you're prepared enough to have this garment, then I'll give it to you. So says the Rabbi of Barditchev, every Shabbat Chazon, God is showing us the vision of the future, of the third temple. This is not a tease. This is for the sake of inspiring us about what is about to happen. So on this Shabbos, whether you feel it or not, you should know the fact is that your soul on high is literally seeing the third temple. And that really has a true impact on the soul within the body. And another amazing thing about this Shabbat is really every Shabbat is a vision of the future. Shabbat is a taste of the world to come. The peace that you feel, the connection you have to God is more felt. We spend more time in the synagogue connecting to God in our families. One who really observes Shabbat properly and knows exactly what this feels like. You're connecting to a higher realm of reality, away from all the distractions of the world, and tuning into the truth, our real inner self, and to God. But when this Shabbat is also Shabbat Chazon, it's already a Messianic day Shabbat, but now we have a vision of the third temple. It's so much more stronger. And there's something even more powerful that's happening. This year, the 9th of Av, which hopefully will not be the fast day of the destruction, is Saturday night, Sunday. It immediately follows Shabbat. On Shabbat, you're not allowed to mourn. You can't prepare for the next day. Usually, the afternoon prior to the fast day, there's a traditional meal of mourning, which you basically eat hard-boiled eggs, bread, and ashes. This year, because the day before the fast day is on Shabbat, we're not allowed to do that morning meal. We can't prepare any meal that's going to be for the next day. So we live in the moment of Shabbat. That means a moment before the fast day begins, one could literally have a festive meal of Shabbat. You have meat, you could have wine, you could celebrate, you could jump, rejoice, be happy, dance. And then we go right from there into the 9th of Av. It's truly an amazing Shabbat. And this is very unique because right from the spirit of Shabbat, we go to this special day of 9th of Av. I think this year, it's giving us a hint of what's about to happen. Hopefully, from the joy of Shabbat, from the messianic vision of the temple that's happening on Shabbat, that we're all seeing on the soul level, from this energy, we go right into the fast day. I think this has the power to completely push off the fast from happening this year. Harness the energy of Shabbat. Let this Shabbat lift you up. Focus on the redemption. Focus on the future. You're not allowed to focus on the destruction or exile on Shabbat. Hopefully this year, we'll go immediately from Shabbat, and we won't have a vision on a soul level of the temple, but we should physically see with our physical eyes the future third temple, even before Shabbat begins. And then, from the Shabbat, already in the redemption, we'll go right into the greatest holiday meal of the 9th of Av and rejoice with the coming of Moshiach. So embrace the energy of the Shabbat, share the good news, share the holy time of this Shabbat and harness the energy, and hopefully the next action we do will be the one that's going to greet the full redemption of Mashiach. We'll see you all in the third temple in Jerusalem, the coming of Mashiach. Have a wonderful Shabbat.